So I did a different spreadsheet for tires, and basically I started in 2014 just taking data on what tires I ran, how fast they wear, and fuel economy I'm getting. And the way I set it up is I was always like I rarely changed all tires, almost never. Um, I don't think I've ever changed all tires. So, like I think the most I've ever changed was like basically like two super singles at the same time. I don't think I've ever changed more than two. And sometimes I would buy a truck or trailer, and I've went through a lot of them. But I would buy it with all standard tires, and I would literally change them one at the time. So I would like once two standard tires would wear down, I would change them to a super single, and I would just have all standard tires and in one corner a super single. So like I've always changed tires like one at a time. Never really uh, did all of them. But here you can type in the tire size. So like if you put in 275 80 22.5, that's the tire size. And here it goes like current tire. So this is a current tire. So let's say I have 445 um, 50 22.5, which is super single. It's a size of a super single tire. And I change it, if changed to this tire, to this 275 80 22.5, which I think Michelin's are usually this size. So it's usually Michelin. And then here is the filter. So it says plus minus one. So I just do this, plus minus one, this number plus minus one. It's only gonna pick this, tires of this size. These are the different tire sizes that I've used, and it goes for a long time. Like it's like 161 data points. um and so and then here we have tire position, which also can change. Let's say right now it's any. So this one is any and this one is any. um, let's say we want to check drive tires, right? So drive tires is 20. So drive tire to drive tire, obviously we're changing the same one. And then we do like one, so that it only will plus minus one. So it will only pick the data that I've taken at between 19 and 21, which means it will just check whenever I change the drive tire. So we're only looking at drive tires. And then you also we have tread type, all position, steer, drive, trailer, because you can put fucking any of these types on the trailer. You usually have some steer tires on the trailer, drive tires on the trailer, and such. But yeah, then you have age, starting tread depth. This one is delta adjacent tire radius because I've experimental putting two different size tires like next to each other, and it just didn't work. Like fuel economy was bad and the wear was really bad. So don't put different tire sizes on the same rim or on the same hub. It's very bad. You want to have this exact same for both tires if they're going on the same hub, um, because their tire radius will be different, and so they'll rotate differently. Wheel deflectors, I did 1 0. You can check that if you ever get hands of on my spreadsheet. Wheel material, I did the steel versus aluminum, and it wasn't really much of a difference. Oh, I actually I'm comparing 0.1. So yeah, so let's compare steel to aluminum, right? And then we're gonna go with standard tire, and then let's see what we find out. So we don't find anything out. Uh, no, there's just not enough data. So I just there's not enough data basically for that, because we're looking at drive tire. It has to be drive tire specifically, and specifically in this size. And the times I haven't actually changed this exact parameters to record them. So we're just gonna say any position. Let's see. Yeah, now we have enough data. And so basically, if we have current tire is on a steel rim, and if we change it to aluminum rim, we lose money. which makes sense, believe it or not. So this is if we change just one fucking tire, just one. If we change one tire, one rim from steel to aluminum, we'll lose $450 in 6 months driving. Assuming this is miles per week, if we drive 1,800 miles per week, we lose $500. So, and the reason for that, I think, my theory is that steel is very good conductor of temperature. So the steel rim actually cools the tire, while aluminum doesn't conduct temperature at all. So aluminum rim like insulates the tire. It doesn't add that extra heat transfer. So the tire on aluminum rim will heat up like way more than on a steel rim, while steel rim will cool it down, which nobody knows. But yeah, so $500 for and then like your basically tire will wear out faster. We have that as well here somewhere. So this is fuel economy, which is really similar, um, but not similar enough. Let's see, miles per gallon here. So miles per gallon is actually better on the aluminum rim. Like no, it's not better. It's better on a steel rim, like super tiny, like a tiny difference, but still. But what really fucks it up is the tire wear. This is the so how many thousand miles can you drive for every millimeter of tire tread that you're gonna wear out? So basically, your tire will wear out twice as fast on the aluminum rim. So your fuel economy is gonna be similar, but because the tire is heating up, it's gonna just leave a lot more rubber on the road. We got double. So here's our tire prices. Let's see. Where's tire prices? Okay, tire cost, including my time at $30. This is old, so I right. It was $30 an hour in 2014. But whatever. Slime. Sometimes I put slime in the tire. Yeah. But so basically, including everything, let's say it costs $1,000 to replace a tire, or well, they need to be the same, right? Oh, okay, I see that makes a difference. So yeah, so if they're the same, it's you're gonna lose $330 every 6 months. Even though uh, even fuel economy is affected, but the biggest difference when it comes to steel rim is how fast the tire wears. So the tire wears twice as fast on the fucking aluminum rim. But some other fun things to do here is let's say any material of the rim, but we're gonna compare the tires, right? So let's say we have our standard fucking tire at this, and then we change it to the super single 445 50 22 5, and then 1 1. And what we find is we're gonna, by changing two tires, because you can never change just one standard tire to one super single. You have to change two standard tires for one super single. So if you do that, you basically will save $800 every 6 months just for one super single replacement. On one, for every two standard tires that you replace for super single, you will save like $800 for every 6 months if you're driving at 1,800 miles per week. Um, and this is like Michelin. Um, so replace it to super. And I drove like 10 years. I've never blown a Virgin super single. So if you always make sure that it has a decent air pressure in a super single, and it's a Virgin super single with not old one, like within like the last 2-3 years old Virgin super single. I've never in 10 years blown that tire. So they're very safe. They're super safe. As long as you keep it within that parameters. And you basically, for every one super single, you're saving $800 for every 6 months. And then we can also check this. This is another thing I found interesting. Let's say we're looking at super singles, um, and actually, let's say we're looking at any tire. We're gonna check the starting tread depth. So most, like 90% of the tires I ran were virgin because I realized that recap tires suck. And so we're looking at used tires versus new tires versus how used are they. So starting tread depth. So let's say we're gonna go with 1 here, and this is I think in millimeters, right? Should I should actually write it down before I forget permanently. uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in millimeters. Yeah, everything is millimeters. So let's say within one plus minus 1 millimeter, and we're comparing the current tire 445 50. So let's say we want to buy a tire, and we're looking at one tire that is, let's say, 14, basically new, right? Let's yeah, 14 is 18, 17. Yeah, let's say 16 plus minus 3. So basically new tire, uh, uh, versus used tire 8. So so half used or new. This would be the new one, brand new one, or half used, like half the tread depth. So this one, people think that the half used is better because it has less tread, so it's lighter. Because tread is pretty heavy actually, and it's just more. People think it's more fuel efficient. Where if it's really deep tread, people think it's not as fuel efficient. So let's check that, because I've used them half and half. Like a lot of times I would buy all used, truck trailer used tires, and I would change. So we would be losing like $800 every 6 months just for one super single. So if we don't buy brand new and we buy a used one with half tread left, we're gonna be losing $800 every 6 months. So that's like the price of the fucking tire. So like the tire will pay for itself if you buy it brand new, virgin. Well, this one doesn't have virgin; it just says brand new. So if you buy a tire brand new, with a full tread depth, it's gonna save you $800 every 6 months, compared if you are gonna buy half used with half tread depth. And it's yeah. So it's interesting things like that. Uh, you can figure out from this data set and this spreadsheet. I also have, let's see, tread depth, no, tread type, obviously, which I found that fucking drive tires are pretty fucking amazing. So we can look at the this tread type, um, like let's see, drive versus trailer 20, because I've put them all over the place. I've put drive tires on trailer, I've put trailer tires on the truck, drive. Yeah, so I've mixed them pretty heavily. So I have data for everything on that one. So if we have a drive tire, right? 20 is a drive. Yeah, if we have a drive tire and we replace it, so drive tire, and replace it with a trailer tire, it wouldn't actually change. I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a drive or a trailer. It's all the same. What about if? Well, I think the video is getting pretty long. Hey guys, I I'm looking for a job as a data analyst because I'm about to have two sons that I'm gonna be single father, and so I need uh, I would like a remote job that I can work remotely. Um, um, Write in the comments if you know somebody who needs a data analyst, or if you would like me to work for you, or if you want to donate to me, or if you want to pay me part time. I can work part time, which actually probably is even better. for me. So yeah, if you have a position for a data analyst, especially in the trucking business or anywhere, I know I have all the. I can analyze any data. I can do machine learning. I can do neural networks. Anything data analysts do, I can do. I can code. I can write programs. All that stuff. So write in the comments if you wanna help me out, and also if you find any other questions interesting, you can ask me in the comments as well.